Hey, what's up everybody? Swish here. I'm out on a trail in the Bicentennial Woods in Huntertown, Indiana. And what I have for you guys is a short hike through this trail and hopefully some footage of the Fort Wayne Gun and Knife show tomorrow. And I hope we can get some footage. I've never been to a gun and knife show, so I'm hoping they'll let me film and do things in there, but we'll see. And if I can't get that, I apologize. But yeah, just enjoying some nature, clearing my head, thinking about some things. I've had a interesting week. Life has kind of thrown me a curveball this week, so but I managed to get over that hurdle and move on with that. But yeah, just here clearing my head, thinking about things, because flip the camera. Boy, what better place to clear your head than out here. I'm not sure if you can see, but the snow is falling. I'm on my phone here, guys. That's what I film with. But the snow is falling. It's just a quiet snowfall. And really enjoying myself. I hope to see maybe a deer, but there's other hikers through here, so they've probably already scared some of the deer away. Flip that around for you. And yeah, one update I'll give you right now is, due to what life threw me, I won't be able to go to the intermediate course in March. Have to be pushed to the May class. So disappointed, was excited to go, and that I have to, wait, but that's okay. Sometimes we have to wait for these things. So anyway, I will see you guys later. See you. Well, I'm walking along this small river here. I think it's Cedar Creek River or Creek. Wanted to give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Jake Trent, Buckeye Bushcraft. I gave him a little short. I meant to do it in my last video. I did an overnighter in my backyard and forgot, and then I did a little short right afterwards. So a shout out to him. Go to Jake Trent's YouTube page. He does right now he's doing a really cool series. I believe he's doing 40 days in a wall tent in southern Ohio. This guy, he's 20 years old. He might be 21 now, I'm not sure. 20 years old. And he's got some skills. I mean, how many 20-year-olds nowadays can do those things that you know? Probably not many in this day and age, and that's just my opinion. Before anybody gets mad, that's my opinion. So he's awesome, man. Go to his page and follow that series, and then look at his past videos. He does overnighters, different things. He's a good guy, man. And also want to give a shout out to Paul Hack, Adaptable Survival. He had his birthday this past week, so happy birthday, Paul. Hope you had a good birthday. Both these guys, Jake and Paul, were my instructors at the Pathfinder School in the basic course, so I gotta show them some love. So gotta show them some love. And yeah, I just wanted to give both of you guys a shout out. So go to Jake Trent's YouTube page, Buckeye Bushcraft. Go to Paul Hack's YouTube page, Adaptable Survival. Paul does a lot of gear reviews, overnighters, and stuff. Shows you some new gear. So if you're interested in new gear or want to see what gear, maybe there's a piece of gear you might want, and maybe he's reviewed it, check that out, because he actually tests it for like overnighters. So go check those guys out, and we'll see you guys later. All right, so I'm headed back to my car. Had a great walk through the woods. I actually walked the loop twice, and it was nice and peaceful. I think I ran into one person, so that was great. And I'll put links to Jake, Trent, and Paul Hack's YouTube pages in my description box below for you guys to see. So I forgot to mention that, so they'll be there for you guys to see. And we'll see you guys at the Gun and Knife Show. See ya. Hey, what's up everybody again? Obviously we are not at the Gun and Knife Show like I had planned. We're in my garage, and the reason why, my dad and I got there and walking around, and then I pulled out my phone and tried to film some stuff, and people were giving me these looks, like these glares and things. So I was kind of like, okay, not gonna do that. So I apologize out of respect for all the vendors who probably didn't want their stuff filmed, which is fine. You know, I decided not to do that, and I thought, well, what can I do instead of having a 5-minute hike video? So what I thought I'd do for you instead is to show you what I take with me on my day hikes. You know, when I'm not training, when I don't have my pack on, if I just want to go on a hike just to enjoy being out in the woods or out on the trail, you know, what I take with me to have in case of an emergency, or if or just to have, you know, the water, what my kit is that I have, basically. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit because I'm kind of improvising here since I had to change plans and everything, but just wanted to show this to you guys right here. This is what I take with me on my day hikes that are known trails. You know, so I don't want to carry a lot of weight, or, you know, I'm not trying to train and actually exercise. I'm just out there enjoying it. But you still got to take some stuff with you because, again, you never know what could happen in emergency. So just show you guys what I got. It's my IFAK here attached to the Self-Reliance Outfitters bottle cup and everything with the pocket. And I'll open it up, show you guys what I'm taking with me, and go from there. So without further ado, we'll open the main pouch, and the first thing that comes out on top is my alcohol stove, Pathfinder alcohol stove, which is pretty neat. So I always carry that with me in case I want to cook something. The stove that sits on top, that helps block the wind on the alcohol stove. You guys saw that in a previous video. And the Pathfinder stainless steel water bottle. With a nesting cup. Last but not least, at the very bottom, the cup, or the lid, for the nesting cup to help boil water faster. So that's what's in the main pouch there. That's what you guys see. Now to open up this pocket, show you guys what I have in the pocket. All right, so the first thing I have is just a Mylar space blanket. It is cold out. You know, some of the trails I go on, there's hills, there's stuff. You could slip and fall and be stuck there. And my phone I can call for help. But until help arrives, if it's cold out, I have some cover. You can even make shelters with these. I've seen it happen. I've never done it yet, so I probably wouldn't do it unless I had tried training with it first. I would just use it as a blanket and cover myself up. So just one Mylar space blanket. Of course, the trusty Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Good multi-tool to have. So you guys pretty much know what does this thing is. I love this tool, love carrying it. I also carry in my pocket the Ranger Grip one, so I have that with me. So I have two multi-tools on me. This is the grip tool. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I always forget what it's called. If I can remember, I'll put the description on here, but this is what you can use to grip your cup over the fire or hang it over a fire if you need to. It just came with the kit, so I keep it in there. Fire starting kit, the bag needs replaced, but I do have one Bic lighter with some tape around it, duct tape, and a ferro rod, and I can strike the ferro rod with the saw blade on the Swiss Army knife. So 2 ways to start a fire. fat wood. I actually got this fat wood at the basic course, the Pathfinder basic survival course. So this is the last piece I have. I just carry it with me because it's good tinder to have. You can make shavings with it. The fork, knife, and spoon that came with the kit, they came with the kit, so I just keep them in there just in case I want to take a snack with me or something. And one thing that I don't think people take enough with them that I think they should is a notebook and a pencil, a mechanical pencil. This is just a real small write in the rain notebook, just in case if something happens or something. You never know when you need to write something down. Write a note down or anything like that. You just never know. And so I take this with me. So that's in the pouch here. So now we'll go into my IFAC, show you guys what I bring, what I have in my medical kit. The training that I've had medical-wise is the military training, CLS, Eagle First Responder. So I'm not carrying anything that I'm not trained to do or haven't been trained to do. And I recommend if you guys have any kind of, if you go out, get some medical training, any kind of medical training. Call the local Red Cross, wherever you guys can get training, get trained. Don't just go out there with a medical kit with things that you've never used before and don't know how to use, you know, because it's useless. Unless you have the skill and the training, your tools are useless. That's any tools that you have. If you've never used them or practiced with them or trained with them, what's the point of having them? So I don't recommend, if you have no training with what I'm about to show you, don't go out and get them. Go get the training first, learn how to use them, and then start carrying them. So that is my recommendation for that. So I'll open up the kit here. Okay, first thing I have is a tourniquet. I can never remember the names of these tourniquet, but I've had lots of training in the military with this, loads of training, not just from the first responder course, but we would just do it all the time. So it's really easy to do. You can put it on your arm, leg. It's great to stop the bleeding, and then you can write the time, of course. So if I have a mechanical injury or something like, or not a mechanical injury, but if I have a bleeding, some kind of bleeding, I can stop the bleeding on my extremities with that. I don't have a cravat yet. I want to get one, but until then, I do carry a cotton do-rag because, you know, you can stop bleeding with this in any kind of way, shape, or form if you need to. And it's good to like wrap around a leg or wrap around an arm or something like that, or stuff somewhere, just to stop some kind of bleeding as best as you can. Or, you know, I do have kind of a trauma pad, and I can put the trauma pad on and use this to wrap around it if I need to, and stop bleeding, stuff like that. So more than one way to stop bleeding than a tourniquet, especially if, you know, I have bleeding here somewhere where I can't put a tourniquet or wrap it. Nasopharyngeal with lubricant on here. So I have had training on this, so I do know how to use it. So like I said, don't get anything like this if you've never been trained on it. All right, get training on it. This nasopharyngeal is not comfortable. I can promise you that is not comfortable to have. One of the requirements to pass Eagle First Responder or Combat Life Saving, everything at Fort Campbell when I was in the military was Eagle this, Eagle that, which is cool. And I liked how they did that for good camaraderie. But at Eagle First Responder, we all had to get one of these. So it's an interesting sensation, just to let you guys know. Okay, so what's next? So I do carry some gloves with me, just some normal latex gloves, and just one sterile gauze kind of pad. A little boo-boo kit with some Band-Aids, with some burn cream, antiseptic cream, alcohol swabs. You just never know when you need them. I do carry some tape, little roll of tape here. Not much, but it's all I got, and it's better than nothing in that sense. So. And where's that other one? Okay, I do have a triangular bandage, so just some other kind of bandage to wrap a wound, and an iPad in case I need an iPad. if I injure my eye or anything like that. Just a roll of gauze. You never know when you need a roll of gauze, so I carry that in my IFAK. And some good old ibuprofen for headaches, inflammation, stuff like that. Ibuprofen is just good to have. So that is pretty much all I carry in my IFAK right now. Everything that I have been trained to do is what I carry with, or is what I carry. So wouldn't carry anything that I'm not trained to do, because if I haven't had the training, probably going to misuse it. And so I know that I've said that a bunch of times, but I really don't think you can say it enough times. Too many times people have gone off, you know, with gear that they've never even trained on. And that goes with any gear that you have. If you buy a piece of gear and you don't know how to use it, that piece of gear is useless. So why have it? It makes no sense to have something that you don't know how to use, whether it be a weapon or any kind of gear, camping gear. Train how to do it. I train with some of my gear right in my backyard, camping out with it. So if the gear fails, I have a place to go, and I'm not risking an emergency or anything like that. So, but that's pretty much what I have for you guys. Just wanted to show you what was in my kit, what I carry with me when I'm not training. When I am training, like I will be training for the intermediate course soon, coming in May. So I'll start wearing my rucksack, my Alice pack, whenever I go out there, just to get that training in. And sometimes I'll do it just because I want to do it. But if I just want to enjoy myself, like I said, you know, have these, I just carry this. If I'm just going out there to enjoy myself, there's no challenge. I just want to get out and be at peace, you know, even if it's not a trail, if it's somewhere just going out in the woods, wherever. I also take this in my car when I go to work, just to have it in my car, because hey, you never know. You're in the car, your car breaks down or something. It's a good kit to have that you can get home with. I live in a fairly urban environment, so I don't really see the need of carrying a full-on backpack because there's just so many resources where I live, you know. So that's kind of why I don't carry like a full pack in my car. This goes wherever I go a lot of times. Sometimes I forget it at home, but and I don't leave it in my car because it's cold, and I don't like leaving certain things in my car overnight when it's really cold. So it just comes in the house. When I leave, I take it with me. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below on what you carry. Or if you think there's something that I'm missing that I should carry. I always like good feedback from anybody. And again, I'm going to put links to Jake and Paul's YouTube channels below, so you guys can go to that. So again, appreciate everything that you guys have done. The new people who have subscribed, thank you guys for subscribing, and just let me know what you guys think, and I'll be back with another video as soon as I can. So in the meantime, get outside and have a great time. See you guys later.